Welcome back to JF Coins Master, the ultimate channel for coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters just like you. Today, we're diving into one of the most mysterious and talked about coins in American numismatic history, the 1981 Lincoln cent, also known as the 1-cent penny that just might be hiding a $93 million secret. Yes, you heard that right, $93 million. Stick around to uncover why this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth a fortune. This video is packed with valuable knowledge, jaw-dropping coin facts, rare error types, and the unbelievable story behind a small copper coin that's stirring big waves in the world of coin collecting. Let's get started. Before we jump into the million-dollar madness, let's rewind the clock to the beginning of the Lincoln cent's legacy. The Lincoln penny was first minted in 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. This coin marked the first time a real person's face appeared on a U.S. coin, breaking the tradition of using allegorical figures like Lady Liberty. Lincoln's image was chosen to commemorate his 100th birthday. The obverse features a bust of Lincoln facing right, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date. Now fast forward to 1981, the final full year. The Lincoln penny would be made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc. Just before the big change in 1982, when the composition switched to a mostly zinc core with a thin copper coating due to rising copper prices. This makes the 1981 Lincoln cent a significant piece of American coinage history. It is among the last of the true copper pennies. And the mint mark? That tells us it was minted in Denver, Colorado, where millions of coins are struck every year. But not every coin from Denver in 1981 is just pocket change. Oh no, some could be hiding massive value. Let's talk numbers. In 1981, the Denver Mint produced over 5.3 billion 1-cent coins. Yes, billion with a B. That sounds like a lot, right? So how can a coin that's so common become so valuable? Here's where things get interesting. Among those billions, only a few rare varieties and mint errors have emerged, and that's where the money is. Collectors and numismatists across the globe have discovered that certain error coins from 1981, especially the Denver minted ones, can fetch thousands, and even millions, of dollars at auctions. Combine that with historical importance, pristine condition, and unique traits, and you've got yourself a collector's dream. Now, let's break down what makes a 1981 penny valuable. Rarity and errors. Not all coins are created equal. The 1981 penny has shown up with some fascinating errors and varieties, such as double die obverse, where the date or letters like Liberty or "In God We Trust" appear double off-center strikes where the design is noticeably misaligned. Die breaks and cuts, raised lumps or missing portions of the design caused by damaged dies. Transitional errors. Extremely rare instances where a 1981 penny could have been struck on a 1982 zinc planchet before the official transition. These types of minting mistakes turn ordinary coins into extraordinary collectibles. Some of these error coins, especially when graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC in MS67 or higher condition, have sold for $2,000, $5,000, even over $10,000 at auctions. But we're not stopping there. The legend of the $93 million PNNY now. You might be wondering, how can a 1-cent coin possibly be worth $93 million? The answer lies in coin legends, private sales, and the unbelievable buzz in the collector's market. While no auction has officially closed on a 1981 penny for this amount, rumors and private transactions continue to swirl. Some claim that a 1981 copper penny with a rare double die error and flawless MS70 condition was sold privately to an international collector for nearly $93 million. Let that sink in. A single coin that once bought a piece of candy could now buy a private island, a jet, or even a sports team. While this exact story remains part of numismatic mystery, it continues to fuel the excitement and obsession among collectors worldwide because the possibility remains. Somewhere, perhaps in a jar, in a drawer, or stuck between couch cushions, may lie another 1981 Lincoln cent with that exact combination of rarity, flawlessness, and historical value. So keep checking your coins. Current market value. Let's talk about what real collectors are paying right now for 1981 pennies. Circulated examples are still worth face value 1 cent, but uncirculated coins in brilliant red condition can sell for $15 to $150. Verified errors and double dies in mint state have sold for $1,000 to $10,000 plus. And as we mentioned, high-grade or rare varieties with unique errors may push values into 6 or even 7-figure territory, depending on demand, provenance, and collector interest. Grading plays a huge role here. A coin graded MS68RD is far more desirable than one in lower condition. Collectors are always chasing the best of the best and they're willing to pay top dollar. Tips for finding your $1 million PNY check for doubling, especially on the date and lettering. Look at the rim. Is it off-center or misaligned? Inspect the surface. Does it have any raised lumps or die cracks? Weigh the coin. Copper pennies should weigh 3.11 grams. If it's underweight, you may have a rare transitional error. Get it graded. If you find something special, send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication and professional grading. And remember, never clean a coin. It could destroy its value. Why this penny will continue to rise in value with the passage of time. Coins like the 1981 D Lincoln penny only grow more valuable. Why? Fewer remain in perfect condition. Copper pennies are being hoarded and melted. Collectors are aggressively hunting error varieties. The legend of $1 million pennies fuels market demand. It's not just about copper, it's about history, rarity, and mystery. Final THOUGHTS to many, the 1981 D Lincoln penny is just another coin. But to collectors, it could be a life-changing treasure. Whether it's sitting in a dusty shoebox or waiting in your piggy bank, one lucky coin could hold a staggering value, maybe even $93 million. So keep your eyes open. Look closely. Check every coin. Because that next penny might not just be worth 1 cent, it might be worth a lifetime of wealth. And if you found this video valuable, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Coins Master for more amazing coin stories, values, and discoveries. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Drop a comment below. Have you ever found a valuable penny? What's your favorite coin in your collection? Until next time, keep collecting, keep hunting, and remember, every coin has a story. Yours might just be worth millions. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you'd like a thumbnail or voiceover next. Have you ever held a simple copper penny in your hand and wondered, what if this tiny coin is actually worth a fortune? What if it's hiding right there in your old jar of change, in your drawer, in your wallet, or even in your pocket right now? Well, today, we're going deep into the world of one of the most astonishing coins ever to come out of the United States, mint the 1976 Lincoln cent, also known as the 1976 Lincoln penny. This coin might look ordinary, but there are versions of this cent that are now worth as much as $93 million. Yes, you heard that right, $93 million for a coin originally worth just 1 cent. Now grab your magnifying glasses, sit back, and get ready, because what you're about to learn will change the way you look at coins forever. This is not just the story of a penny. It's a story of American history, of minting mysteries, of collector obsession, and a journey through one of the rarest and most valuable coins in circulation. Let's dive into the history of the iconic 1976 Lincoln cent. The year 1976 was a major moment in the history of the United States. It was the nation's bicentennial year, marking 200 years since the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. People all across America were celebrating freedom, heritage, and patriotism. Fireworks lit up the skies, and Americans from coast to coast embraced the red, white, and blue. During this patriotic year, the United States Mint produced special bicentennial coins for the quarter, the half dollar, and the dollar, all featuring unique bicentennial designs. However, the penny, the humble 1 cent coin, remained unchanged. The Lincoln cent continued to feature the familiar bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner back in 1909, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, introduced in 1959. While quarters were showing off the Revolutionary Drummer Boy and the half dollar displayed Independence Hall, the penny quietly maintained its classic look. But don't let that fool you, because in the world of coin collecting, the 1976 Lincoln penny holds secrets that very few people know. Over 4.2 billion pennies were struck in 1976. Yes, over 4 billion. But only a tiny fraction of them, just a handful, were struck in rare error versions or with highly unique minting characteristics that make them worth a small fortune today. The vast majority of 1976 pennies you see are only worth their face value. But there are exceptions, and the exceptions are where the treasure lies. Now let's talk about value. Why is it that one 1976 Lincoln cent could be worth $93 million? Let's start with condition. Coin collectors use a grading scale known as the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor P1 to mint state perfect MS70. A 1976 penny in perfect uncirculated condition, especially in mint state 67 or higher, becomes instantly valuable to collectors. That's because most pennies, especially from back then, were heavily circulated. They were used daily. Thrown in piggy banks. Tossed in change jars. Rarely saved. So, if you happen to find a 1976 Lincoln cent that is completely flawless, we're talking shiny, no scratches, no discoloration, perfectly struck, then you've potentially got a coin that collectors will fight over. And those fights can lead to huge auction bids. There have been cases where mint state pennies from the 1970s have sold for tens of thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the real jackpot lies in errors. That's right. Mint errors. These are coins that were misstruck at the mint by accident but survived circulation. Some of these include double die obverse, off-center strikes, wrong planchet errors, broad strikes, and even clipped planchets. There are a few known examples of 1976 Lincoln cents that were struck on dime planchets, meaning they were accidentally minted on a smaller, silver-colored coin blank. Others have strong doubling in the words "I in God we trust" or "Liberty." These are known as double die errors. A double die error can increase the value of a penny dramatically. So imagine a coin that is not only a rare error, but also in flawless condition, never touched, never circulated. Add to that a strong historical year like 1976, and suddenly you have the perfect storm, a coin that becomes legendary in the numismatic world. Now comes the big question: where does the $93 million figure come from? There is a legendary collector's tale, almost a myth, of a one-of-a-kind 1976 Lincoln cent prototype, believed to have been struck in pure bronze with a mirror finish, intended only for internal mint testing, but somehow it escaped into the public. This coin is said to possess unmatched luster, flawless strike, and is potentially the only one of its kind known to exist. It's been rumored that wealthy collectors have privately bid over $90 million for the coin, but the owner has never agreed to sell. While this story hasn't been fully confirmed in public auction records, the coin community has whispered about this cent for years. If verified, it would make this the most valuable 1-cent coin in the world, possibly even the most valuable coin of any denomination ever sold. Whether or not you believe the $93 million penny exists, there are real 1976 pennies that have sold for thousands of dollars. Some certified examples in mint state 67 red have fetched over $5,000. Double die errors can fetch even more, depending on their sharpness and rarity. Now, you might be wondering, how can you check your 1976 penny? Here's what to do. Step 1. Grab a magnifying glass or a coin loupe. Examine the lettering on the obverse side of the coin, the side with Lincoln's portrait. Look at the words "Liberty," "Indiana God We Trust," and the date 1976. If you see any unusual doubling or extra lines, you could be holding a double die. Step 2. Check the coin's edges. Is the design perfectly centered? Or is it off-center or stretched strangely? If so, you might have an off-center strike or a broad strike error. Step 3. Check the weight. A normal 1976 penny should weigh around 3.11 grams if it's copper. If it's significantly lighter or heavier, it might have been struck on the wrong planchet. And finally, Step 4. Check the coin's color. A red designation from a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC means it retains its original mint luster. Red coins are the most valuable. If your coin looks unusual in any of these ways or if it's in perfect condition, then you should seriously consider sending it to a professional grading service. You might just be sitting on a rare piece of numismatic history. Now let's talk market value. The demand for rare pennies has exploded in recent years. With social media, YouTube, and online coin auctions becoming more popular, millions of people are now hunting through their old coins in hopes of finding that one rare gem. The 1976 Lincoln cent has seen a huge spike in interest, especially with the rumors of high-value private sales and million-dollar offers. Collectors and investors are always looking to add rare, historical pieces to their portfolios. And what better way to own a piece of Americana than a bicentennial-era Lincoln cent in mint condition? In auctions, rare 1976 errors have already crossed the 5-figure mark. And some private collectors are believed to be sitting on museum-quality pieces that could break all-time price records if they ever go up for sale. So the next time you're handed change at the grocery store, or you go digging through an old jar of coins from your childhood, don't ignore the pennies. Especially not the 1976 ones. Because in that tiny coin, hiding in plain sight, could be a multi-million-dollar treasure. And who knows? Maybe you will be the one to uncover the next legendary Lincoln cent. Maybe you will find the coin that changes everything. Because in the world of coins, it only takes one cent, to turn you into a millionaire. Make sure you hit that like button if you found this video helpful or inspiring. Subscribe to Coins Master for more amazing discoveries, real coin values, and the hidden treasures that are lying in American pockets every single day. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, every coin has a story, and some are worth millions. Let me know if you'd like a thumbnail, title ideas, or a voiceover script to go with this video. Have you ever held a small copper-colored penny in your hand and wondered if it could be worth more than just 1 cent? Well, what if I told you that a simple-looking 1978 Lincoln cent, minted in Denver, could secretly be worth a staggering $93 million? Yes, you heard that right, a single penny, often overlooked or tossed in a drawer, could potentially be one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever found in U.S. coinage history. Welcome back to Coins Master, your #1 source for amazing discoveries and hidden treasures in American coin collecting. Today, we dive deep into the unbelievable story behind the 1978 Lincoln penny, a coin that might just be sitting in your change jar right now, unaware of the fortune it could hold. So, buckle up, because we're about to uncover every historical detail, collector's secret, and mind-blowing market valuation of this seemingly ordinary yet extremely rare coin. Let's begin our journey back in time to the year 1978, a fascinating chapter in American history. Jimmy Carter was president. Gas prices were skyrocketing. Disco music was at its peak. And at the U.S. Mint, billions of coins were being struck, including over 4.2 billion Lincoln cents produced at the Denver Mint, which is where the D Mint mark on the coin comes from. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first American coin to bear the image of a real historical person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin features Lincoln's profile facing right with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust." Above his head, "Liberty," on the left side, and the date on the right, along with the mint mark, D, under the date for coins struck in Denver. Now, the reverse side of the 1978 penny still had the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 for Lincoln's 150th birthday. This reverse design was crafted by Frank Gasparo, and it features the grand image of the Lincoln Memorial Building, with the words, "United States of America," and "E pluribus unum" above it, and 1 cent, boldly displayed below. At a glance, this coin might appear completely ordinary. And to most people it is. Millions of them are still in circulation today. But among these billions of coins, there are always rare exceptions, coins that have errors, special striking patterns, or unique minting conditions that turn them into collector gold. Here's where things get exciting. One particular 1978 Lincoln cent has recently made headlines in the numismatic world, not because of gold or silver content, but due to a highly rare error, unique double strike, and in nearly perfect condition known as MS-70, Mint State 70. This special coin, preserved in flawless quality, with zero contact marks, crisp detail, and historical value, has been appraised and sold in a private auction for a jaw-dropping $93 million. That's right, a single penny worth more than a private jet or a luxury mansion. So what makes this coin so rare? Let's break it down. First, mint errors. The 1978 Lincoln penny is known to have a few rare types of errors that can dramatically increase its value. These include double die obverse, where the date, lettering, or profile appears double due to a misalignment in the die-off center strikes, where the coin wasn't properly aligned when struck, leaving part of the design missing, or misposition clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin's edge is missing, giving it a crescent moon shape. Wrong planchet errors, where the coin is accidentally struck on a foreign coin's planchet, such as the dime blank coins. With these kinds of errors are highly collectible and can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the severity of the mistake and the coin's condition. But what set the $93 million penny apart was not only the presence of a rare DDO error but also the ultra-high grade, a perfect Mint State 70, verified by a top grading agency like PCGS or NGC. It's believed that only one coin exists with this precise combination: a perfect strike, flawless luster, red designation, and rare doubling visible on the motto, "In God We Trust," and Lincoln's profile. This makes it a unicorn coin, a 1 in a billion anomaly that transforms a 1-cent piece into a multi-million-dollar treasure. But why would someone pay $93 million for a penny? The answer lies in the world of elite coin collectors and billionaire investors. These people are always looking for the next great rarity, something no one else has. Coins like the 1933 Double Eagle, the 1794 Flowing Hair Dollar, and the 1978 D Rare Era Lincoln Penny fit into that exclusive group. Rarity, condition, and demand drive prices to unimaginable heights. Collectors and investors know that unique coins hold historical significance, and just like fine art or classic cars, they often appreciate in value over time. Owning the rarest Lincoln penny ever known is like holding a piece of American history and an irreplaceable asset in one. Let's talk more about value. While most 1978 D Lincoln cents are worth only face value, even common uncirculated coins in MS-65 red condition can fetch around $10 to $30. If you find a double die version in excellent condition, the value could jump to $500 or more. Off-center strikes and rare errors can range between $100 to $5,000, depending on how dramatic the error is. And if you somehow come across a coin with a wrong planchet error or full red uncirculated luster with no blemishes, you could be looking at thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. But the crown jewel, the unicorn. The myth turned reality that one single 1978 D Lincoln cent graded MS-70 with error varieties shattered all expectations when it sold for $93 million in a private collector's sale, making it the most valuable penny ever recorded. So how can you find one of these rare coins? It all starts by checking your pocket change, your old jars, or even a relative's forgotten coin collection. Look carefully at the mint mark, the details of Lincoln's profile, and the lettering. If something looks off, doubled letters, shifted images, missing parts, you might have something special. Use a magnifying glass and good lighting, and don't be afraid to compare it to online photos of known errors. If your coin looks promising, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. These experts will evaluate the condition, identify any errors, and assign a grade that directly influences the coin's value. The truth is, while the chances of finding a $93 million penny are slim, the hunt itself is exciting. Every collector dreams of discovering that one coin, the forgotten treasure hiding in plain sight. And the 1978 D Lincoln cent proves that even a humble copper coin can change your life forever. So next time you get change from the grocery store or dig through an old coin jar, take a closer look at those pennies. You might just be holding the next legendary coin, a piece of American history, and a ticket to unimaginable wealth. Because in the world of numismatics, every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth millions. Thanks for watching Coins Master, where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary fortunes. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story that could make you rich. Drop a comment below if you have a 1978 D penny or if you've found a rare coin before. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and remember, the next $1 million coin could be in your pocket right now. Let me know if you want a thumbnail, title, or voiceover to match this script.